Hey guys, this is Candle, and welcome to a new Let's Play. This is one that's been on my radar for the last couple weeks, and now that it is out, I am definitely excited to take a look at it. It's been making the rounds, everybody's been talking about it, it's gotten great reviews. So yes, this is Blue Prince, which is a very punny title I am definitely here for. Let's take a look at settings first. Oh yeah, let's bump that up. There we go. FPS limit VSync, that's fine, I don't care about that. But we are good to go. Is that really it for graphics though? Okay. I'm down for that. Not much, but I'm here for that. Volume. Is there... No, we're good, okay. I was hoping for something about... okay, system menu... Blueprint menus tab, room directories R, shift to scroll. I was hoping for something about subtitles, but maybe there isn't much voice acting? I don't know. Anyways, this is a roguelike puzzle game. It's a very interesting game, and I feel like that might be right up my alley. I got a pad of paper here, and I got a pen, so I can take notes if needed. So let's just get right into it. Dogu Bomb presents. Yeah, I think this is their first game. They may have done some work in film and TV, but I think this is their first video game. In association with Raw Fury. A game by Tonda Ross. I have no idea who that is. But good for them.
Herbert S. Sinclair of the Mount Holly Estate at Reddington, do publish and declare this instrument my last will and testament, and hereby revoke all wills and codicils heretofore made by me. I give and bequeath to my grandnephew, Simon P. Jones, son of my dear niece, Mary Matthew, all of my right, title, and interest in and to the house and land which I own near Mount Holly. The above provision and bequest is contingent on my aforementioned grandnephew discovering the location of the 46th room of my 45-room estate.
Well, that's not good.
The location of the room has been kept a secret from all the staff and servants of the manor, but I am confident that any heir worthy of the Sinclair legacy should have no trouble uncovering its whereabouts within a timely manner.
Sorry, my phone went off. It says potential spam.
Should my grandnephew fail to uncover this room or provide proof of his discovery to the executors of my will, then this gift shall lapse.
So we have to find
Whereof I
the
have
hidden room.
to set my hand this 18th day of March, 1993. Herbert S. Sinclair.
All right. So yes, I love houses and it with like secret rooms and hidden chambers and hidden passages and stuff like that. I've always had a fascination with them ever since I was a kid. And, it's been my dream to one day go to the Winchester Mystery Mansion. I've never made it yet, but this, you kind of get to play through it a little bit. So yeah, this is a very, very interesting game wherein, yes, the grounds. The house changes from day to day. Every day is a different change. And there are puzzles throughout that will help you unlock new rooms. And I guess there's not much better way to explain it other than to explore. So we're immediately exploring the grounds. That is blocked off. And in the upper left corner there is like the number of rooms you can go to in a given day. I think, I don't know. I honestly don't know too much about how this all works. I know a little bit of the premise, but that is it. Does this count? This does not count. This is dark. This is very dark, and I have no way to get past this because I can't jump. This is our walking speed. By holding shift, I can jog, I guess. This is our jogging speed. It's not really running, but this is like the fastest we can move. So there's not much going on here. Obviously, the estate has fallen into disrepair. And there's just stuff everywhere. Yeah, how far down the road can we go? Out of curiosity. See, I love games that let you explore stuff like this. Okay, so we can't go past this gate. We do have this path over here. So this is a tent. Based on what I know of this game, like this is where we sleep overnight. You can't sleep in the house. Yeah, due to the rules set forth in your great uncle's will, you are not allowed to stay in the estate overnight. Luckily, however, your scouting skills have been put to good use to fabricate a very respectable off-site sleeping quarters. You may call it a day at any time from the blueprint menu tab. This can be accessed by after picking up the blueprint in the entrance hall, which we have not done yet. So yes, we are young Mr. Sinclair. I think we're only like 14 years old, which seems a bit odd, but okay. So I could try to brute force this, but to get into the campsite, or to get up there into whatever this is. This shed over here, this orchard. But I don't think there's much need to. I do think, based on what I've heard, there's a time limit, a certain number of days you have to solve it. Otherwise, it's game over. But I don't think it really matters because this is a roguelike. So the progress you carry with you, I think, is mostly knowledge of the rooms and the puzzles you've already solved and stuff like that. And eventually, like, if you get a game over, you can go back through and solve them much quicker and stuff like that. So already, like, there's no way we're going to get to 46 in a single day. Room number 46 in a single day, unless we can find a way to rest up within the day. Anyways, let's go ahead, go in here, and start taking a look around. Spade. Queen of... okay. What is this? Open only in the event of my death. Simon, welcome to Mount Holly. You may not remember, but I have fond memories of your many visits here as a young boy, and I hope these rooms provide you with as much amusement as it did in those lost summer days. By the time you read this, I will assume you are fully aware of my last wishes and all the details of the bequest. Please do not mistake my intentions in giving you this challenge as a lack of confidence. I assure you, nothing could have been further from my mind when I chose you as my heir. With that said, there are a few ground rules of this commission covered in the fine print of my will that I feel I should bring to your attention. Excuse me. No tools or items may be brought onto the estate from the outside. Tools and items found on the estate may not be taken off the estate. You may not stay overnight. I don't suspect that any of these stipulations should prove an impediment for someone as resourceful as yourself, but it is very important to me that you start fresh each morning and not rely on the successes of previous days. One final word of advice, do not assume the rooms you find today will be the same rooms you find tomorrow. These grounds have provided me a home for the last half-century, and even I am uncertain of which room lies beyond any particular door. Your grandmother used to say, don't go where the path leads, abandon the path and go where you want it to lead. With all my love and wishes, best of luck, Herbert S. Sinclair. Alright. And then here is the blueprint. Yes, that is why the title of this game is a pun. It's Blueprints and Blueprints. The Mount Holly blueprint. This will serve as a useful map and inventory log during your adventure. You may access by pressing tab. So there we go. We've got the entrance hall right here. This is the map. This, I think, is where we're trying to get to. The antechamber, maybe? Maybe not. I don't know. From its root meaning the room before, all signs and paths point toward the antechamber. This mysterious sealed room, resting on the 9th rank, may prove, however, quite an initial challenge to even reach, let alone enter. Still, you can't help but draw a connection between this chamber and room 46. So there we go. So rooms 1 through 12, this is kind of our log of them. All the different rooms here. Yeah, room 46. The mysterious room mentioned in H.S. Sinclair's will, named only by a number. Despite this house's official blueprint only showing a total of 45 rooms, the words of the legal document make it apparent that a 46th room in the house in fact exists. Finding this room is your primary objective while on the estate. It is, after all, your bequest. Excuse me. The only way you get to keep the house. So different bedrooms, hallways. So this is like by their... So this is by their number. This is by their designation of like their type of room. So we have the entrance hall here. Past the steps and beyond the grand doors, admission to Mount Holly is granted by way of a dark and garish lobby suitably called the entrance hall. From here, each guest's adventure begins. However, the 3 doors that proceed onward do not always lead to the same adjoining rooms. So yeah, this is like the one permanent room. That and possibly the antechamber? I don't know. The antechamber might even change. So we could call it a day here, too. So, all right. We've got our inventory there as well. So there's really nothing to do it here but open one of the doors. Left, right, or center. I think we'll start off going to the left. So yeah, now we have to select a room to draft. All right. Whenever you gain this room and enter this room, gain 2... footsteps. Okay. Closet, hallway. All right, I think we'll do the hallway first. You know, you got to keep in mind where you are as we try to fill things out. So this is just a basic hallway here. Some nice art on the walls. What is this? Doors in the West Wing are more likely to be locked. Interesting. Okay, so is this considered the West Wing? I don't know. But let's keep going here. We want an L room, or yeah, the Nook sounds good, or possibly the parlor. The Nook gives me a key. So they did say rooms are more likely to be locked, so let's go ahead and do the Nook. So there should be a key in here somewhere. Oh, it's just on the table. Okay. Haven't really encountered too many puzzles yet. However, we did see a room that does offer a puzzle. And I've heard that there can be clues to the puzzles in the various rooms, too. But I don't think there's much going on here. There's nothing really to interact with other than the key and this. A journey noteworthy. As you continue on your adventure, you may want to consider getting something to scribble down your notes and observations. I already have it. A pad, a scrap of paper, or perhaps most fittingly, a journal will prove to be an invaluable tool you will not regret having beside you on your journey. So yes, this is the Nook rank 1. Alright. So West Wing Hall, bedroom, or pantry. I think this gives me the most options. Yeah, because then these two can link together or whatever. And it can continue that way, too. Staff notice June 15th, 1983. So this is 10 years before. Out of respect for the late Lady Clara Epson, the West Wing will be closed until further notice. While the floor plans associated with this wing have not been removed from the pool, we ask that staff members refrain from drafting them during this period of mourning. Likewise, any staff, yada yada, may draft solutions? I don't know. So you will need keys to unlock these doors. Well, thankfully we have a key. All right, spare room, lavatory, corridor. Or I could go back. Corridor's always left unlocked. Lavatory, spare room. This is just a dead end. Can I not go back? I can't go back. Oh, you gotta... Okay, so I can check the... Okay, I can check the blueprint map to see what this would do. That's good at least. But I can't just go back. Once you pick a door, you're stuck. Okay. Let's go ahead and do... Yeah, let's just do the corridor. Continue forward. Corridors are always left unlocked. Okay, there's a hat in here. Nothing much else. But we do get some windows. We can see out the side of the house. Alright, so we've got a parlor with a puzzle, a closet, or a guest room, which gives us 10. I think we'll do the parlor. There we go. The gems are in the true box. There's only one box in this room. There are 4 boxes in this room. Interesting. Okay, so that's a key. Yeah, the wind-up key. Component of the parlor game. Dear Herbert... Oh, this is May the 2nd. Dear Herbert, it was a great honor receiving the invitation to dine at your estate with the Oldhams this past Thursday. If I'm being frank, it had been quite a while since we had been in decent society, and we were beginning to worry that my wife's wit had lost its charm. I have no delusions that my company is rival to hers. If I can refresh your memory, we both spent much of that evening discussing our mutual love of games and puzzles, and I had mentioned to you a rather singular parlor game I had played some years back, involving 3 boxes of different colors. You had pressed me to write with the particulars of this game when I found the time, and I've included with this letter all the details you will need to share with guests should you be inclined to play this confounded game. Always your friend, Mr. Lowry. There will always be at least one box which displays only true statements. There will always be at least one box which displays only false statements. Only one box has a prize within. The other 2 are always empty. And I'm assuming you can only open one. Okay. One box that is always true, one box that is always false, and one that has the prize. It's at least one box which displays truth, one that displays false. So this is actually a fairly simple puzzle then. So that is a bay window that, had we constructed it back here, would let us see the backyard. But because we can't, because we constructed on the west wall, the left wall, we can see out these windows instead. Okay, so this one says there are 4 boxes in this room. This says there is only one box in this room. The gems are in the true box. So that has to be the real box then. That's the truthful one. There we go. So we got 2 gems. I don't know what they're for. Alright, but let's go ahead and open this door. Okay, this counts as 2 bedrooms. The bunk room, the pantry, the courtyard. Gem requirement to get the courtyard. That opens up the most doors, though, so I think we'll do the courtyard. All right. So we have to use the gems to open up the doors. We got a shovel. An old weathered shovel. Looks like it could be useful for digging. No idea what it's for, though. Oh, I can dig there at least. So we got an ordinary key. Can open one locked door. All right. Do I want to go further up or further back? I think let's go up for now. Security door is locked by electronic key card. Oh, you need a key card. Okay. And I don't have the electronic key card. So this is a dead end for now until we can find that key card. And I don't think it's anywhere around here. Interesting. Okay. So we got to go back to a room where we had an open, or a door we could open. So that'd be this one. Okay, whenever you enter chapel, you lose 1 coin. Okay, so we got a guest bedroom. That'd be a dead end. Chapel. I might do that. Or commissary. Items for sale. I think let's do the chapel instead. There we go. I don't have a coin, though. Alright. Oh, we got a couple coins. But whenever we enter the chapel, we lose a coin. Okay, so that would be the hallway. This would be our way forward. I don't think there's much else in here, though. Like, I'm not seeing anything to interact with. We've got bishop. Oh, I was gonna say there was a rook in the nook, I think. Now we have a bishop in the chapel. Interesting. Yeah, chess pieces. Interesting how the angels here are all different staff members. Except for you. Huh. Alright, let's see. Guest bedroom, kitchen, passageway. Ooh, I don't have enough gems for the passageway. So we'll have to do the kitchen and a link back to the entrance hall. Food for sale. What does food do? Alright, the main course is served only in the dining room. Banana, so plus 3 steps. Club sandwich, tomato soup. We can exit. Let's go ahead and exit for now. So that gives you more steps. Okay. Oh, what was this? I missed this. Searching the estate can be exhausting. Each time you enter a room, you will lose 1 footstep. When you no longer have any footsteps, you will be too tired to continue searching the manor and must call it a day. Okay. Well, that's good to know at least. Alright, well, any of these would be dead ends. Yeah, either of these two would be dead ends, so we've got to do Rumpus Room. Plus 8 coins. Oh, I don't have any... Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Frk. Okay, let's just do the closet then. Okay, so we got a gold key and a silver key. The silver key, unlocking a door with the silver key leads to a room with many doors. I don't think I've encountered any locked keys. But unfortunately, I have now locked myself out because I need the electronic key card to continue on from the courtyard. So there's nothing else I can do here. Got the silver key and a shovel. Do I lose those if I don't? If I call it a day, do I lose these overnight? I don't know. I hope not. I know you'll probably keep these overnight. That'll get reset. Alright, well, that's the end of the first day, I guess. Tomorrow you'll wake, find the rooms of the estate, as well as your current inventory have been reset. Frick. Okay. Yeah, there's really nothing else I can do. Unless I can find the thing here, but I don't. Alright, let's go ahead and take a look at our rooms. So we've got the entrance hall, the parlor. This cozy lounge, furnished with couches and armchairs, serves as the perfect social setting for receptions after parties. Consequently, this was one of the most popular rooms for entertaining, and the late H.S. Sinclair was known to supply a myriad of parlor games to encourage his guests to think and conversate. Okay, closet. Very modest recessed space used for storage. This particular closet is favored by the junior members of the staff, who utilize it to stash away assorted articles and knickknacks, whose proper place in the estate is yet unknown to them. Okay, so the nook. A snug corner reading room, which serves as a quiet, private place for guests to spend a few hours of their afternoon away from the hustle and bustle of the staff. All right, so bedrooms, hallways. One of the many nondescript hallways snaking through the estate and providing elegant causeways between the more noteworthy destinations that the house has to offer. West Wing Hall. The west wing of the estate has been closed since the death of Lady Epson. It is unsurprising, therefore, that this hallway in its neglected state features boarded windows and dust-smothered furniture. A long hall with 2 doors at either end that had been one of your uncle's most frequently traveled rooms. Consequently, it left strict instructions with the household staff that the doors of this corridor should never under any circumstances be locked. All right. Green rooms, we got the courtyard, a charming spot granting guests a bit of fresh air and open skies within the privacy of the manor walls. A standard kitchenette with all the typical amenities, a stove, refrigerator, oven, and sink. This gallery is where the cooking staff prepares the daily cuisine that will be later served in the dining room. And then the chapel. A private sacristy as ornate as the most lavish rooms of the estate is watched over by 8 Aegeran angels depicted in stained glass. This room was more a tribute to your uncle's vanity than it was to his faith. All right. So that, I think, is it. Again, the only way forward would be through the courtyard, and there's nothing I can do there. I can go back through these rooms again. Make sure I'm not missing something, but I doubt it. Yeah, nothing to interact with there. So yes, there's the Rook in the Nook. This was the West Wing Hall. The chapel. This was the hall. Yeah, the corridor. Not much here. The parlor, where I already solved the puzzle. And the courtyard. With doors that are locked by an electronic keycard that I have not yet found. I don't know where it is. Oh, hello. Something else to dig there. Good. So we got some more coins. Can be spent in shop rooms. Glad there was another place to dig. Because I don't think there's anything else. Well, alright then. Let's just call it a day then. Thus ends our first day. Yeah, Mount Holly, snug little cottage. 11 total rooms, rank reached number 4, steps taken 26, items found 2. All right. Yeah, let's go ahead and save and continue. Because I am very intrigued by this game. Day 2. Eventually I'll find the thing for the orchard outside. Alright, so we start off at 50. Start off in the entrance hall. Okay, this time let's go to the right. Alright, let's go ahead and do a hallway to open things up. Yeah, doors in West Wing are more likely to be locked. Okay, let's go here. Okay, breaker box. Interesting. But I think we'll do the pantry first. So we get a banana with 3 steps. We get some coins. Oh, that resets every day too? Oh, the keys and coins and gems and everything reset. Everything resets. The only thing you carry forward is your knowledge. That sucks. Bridget, please pick up some more fruit before Friday, as we have just been informed that we may have an extra guest exploring the house next week. 50 steps should be more than enough, so I think an even spread would be ideal. 5 apples, 5 bananas, 5 oranges. The enclosed amount should cover expenses, but please bring back any change from the order and leave it in the pantry. All right. Okay, taking a look here. Okay, so we've got the den. Yeah, let's go ahead and do the den. That'll give us a gem. Just sitting out here. There we go. Okay, anything else here? Not too much. We've got 2 doors available to us and this massive clock. I'm not seeing any notes or puzzles. It's pretty clear when there's a puzzle inside a room. It's just there may be clues to other puzzles in other rooms. So, yeah, those 2 clocks do read the same. There's nothing odd about that. Though it seems to be moving much quicker than I expected, because that is not... That's moving faster than a minute hand, I'm pretty sure. Oh, and there's a pawn in here now. Okay. So all 3 clocks say the same. All right, let's go ahead and open this door. The chapel would let me continue to the next room, but I'll lose a coin whenever I enter it. I think let's go ahead and do it. All right, the chapel we've already been through. We can get 2 coins back initially. So we made a net gain of 1 as long as we don't come through the chapel again. Okay, veranda. Greater chance of finding items in green rooms, but it requires 2 gems. I only have 1. I think let's go ahead and dead end this with the closet. There we go. We get a gem and a dice. Yeah, a die. A single ivory die. While drafting, you may use die to roll new floor plans. Okay, and unfortunately, is this going to count? Yeah. So we're back to 4 coins. Alright, so we can redraw once. I could do the spare room, the parlor, which would let me continue forward. Or sorry, the storeroom, spare room. I think let's do the parlor. Alright. So give me the key. And then the gems are in this box. The gems are not in this box. The gems are not in the white box. At least one tells the truth, at least one lies. Oh man, it's a logic puzzle. Always be at least one box that displays only true. Always be at least one box which displays only false. So, one of these is telling the truth, one of these is lying, and the other is either truthful or lying. So, if the gems are in this box, if that's truthful, then this has to be a lie, and this has to be also truthful. Now, if this one is the truthful one, the gems are not in this box, then this would also could be false, and this could be true or false. Oh, god damn it. Okay. The gems are in this box. The gems are not in this box. The gems are not in the white box. Yes, if this one is true, then this one is also true. Which would then mean that this one had to be false. Right? Which, yeah, that makes sense. However, if this one is false, then this one is false. And this would also have to be false, but that doesn't make sense. This one would have to be true. So I think they are in the white box. No! Oh, and you only get the one chance every time you draft this room. So I didn't get any gems there. Alright, so lavatory, that would be a dead end. Guest bedroom would be a dead end. Kitchen, we can draw this. It would let us continue on, but it requires a gem. I think we will go ahead and draw the kitchen. Alright, anything else around here besides the menu? Alright, I'm not worried about buying food right now. I just wanted another way forward. Okay, so corridor. Always unlocked. Storeroom, that'd be a dead end. Observatory. +1 star each time you've drafted the observatory. That's a new room. Let's go ahead and do it. Requires a gem. We're out of gems now, but it's better than nothing. Okay, we got a globe here we can spin. The Fixed Stars, The Stargazer's Companion to Constellations by Richard Witt. Fenairs, Birds and Sons, Publishing, 1809. Preface. This book contains a complete starbase, a list of constellations, and the observed effects that accompany the appearance of each one. Depending on the number of stars that can be seen in the sky on any given day, different constellations of various sizes may be visible, sometimes more than one on a single day. This book, a solid base for astronomy, will help you easily identify these constellations, impress your friends, and discover the joy of stargazing. So we've got the North Star, which is 1 gold, the Twins, the Slice. Okay. So different things, and depending on what the star is, we can get different effects. Is that? No. I've got to maneuver this thing around. There we go. A little bit further. Oh, no, it won't go any further than that right now. I need to send it higher. There we go. I gotta maneuver this thing around so I can take a look. There we go. Alright, so I see 1 star. So the North Star, we gain 1 coin. Alright. So with that, let's open our next door. Alright, so we've got a storeroom, which would be a dead end. A bedroom, which would circle back to the parlor, but that would also be a dead end. Walk-in closet that we can't do, so we've got to do the storeroom then. Because that makes the most sense. Now the bedroom, if it would rotate the other way, but apparently rooms always have designated entrances, I guess. Alright, so the storeroom. That'll let us get some supplies. There we go. We got a coin. A gold key. And a gem. And nothing much else. No notes. No nothing. Oh, hello. Oh, that's the, I saw that in the tent. Okay. And there's a pawn in here. I feel like these might have something to do with the main puzzle of the game. You know? Alright, so we've got 1 star. Yeah, North Star, gain 1, yada yada. I don't know what that star actually does. It doesn't show up on... Oh, there it is. I don't know what that actually does. Alright. Oh, I should have used the dice to re-roll. Oh well. We gotta go back to the den, which means passing through the chapel again. So we lose a coin, that's fine. Alright. View items of... view inventory of all items currently in the house. Guest room, spare room. I think we'll redraw. There we go. Okay, so lavatory, utility closet. See, this would connect back to the hallway, so it wouldn't be a dead end. But it's just items for sale in the commissary, which is like more food. And it requires a gem. So I think we'll go ahead and do the utility closet instead, which gives us access to the breaker box. Alright, keycard entry system. Oh, we can turn this off. Interesting. Danger. Toggling of breaker switches may result in unexpected loss of floor plan functionality. Please call DC Power if you require assistance. Okay, VAC indicators. I have no idea what I'm supposed to do with that. Turn the gymnasium on. Darkroom on. Garage off. Let's turn that on. And cabinet is on off. There's nothing there. Alright, if we draw the courtyard, I wonder if we can actually get through there now. One way to find out. Alright, back through the pantry. So this... Yeah, this door is now boarded off. Alright. Well, let's go ahead and open this door then. Okay. Commissary won't connect to anything. Spare room won't connect to anything. Let's do the lavatory. It's a dead end. Anyways. Okay, so HSS. Doesn't appear to be much in here. Actually, doesn't appear to be anything in here. So there's not much reason, then, to draw the lavatory that I can see. There's, like, nothing to interact with. Huh. That is a different time, I think, than is being shown in the den. Oh well. So this is done. This is all locked off. That's, dead ends galore. So let's go this way then. Well, definitely not that. This gives us the most options. Dining room. Each day a meal is served in the dining room after rank 8 has been reached. So we got to reach rank 8 first. We haven't done that. We've only gone up to rank... What, 4, 3, 4, something like that? Alright, I'm not seeing anything else to interact with here. Alright, wine cellar. Mage chamber. Less likely to find items laying around in your house. Really? Whenever you draft a bedroom, gain 5 steps for the nursery. Let's do the wine cellar instead. I know it's a dead end, but it gives us 3 gems. There we go. So that's 12. Okay. That feels interesting. 12. MCC is 1,000. CC is 200. 13. So 12, 13. I wonder if that's the key to the orchard. I don't know. Let's continue exploring the house first. Alright. So courtyard, that wouldn't get me quite what I want. Spare room, let's do that. Okay, so spare room. I have. Oh, that's just tape. Yeah, they're in the process of renovating and repainting and stuff like that. Nothing else in here. Okay, so corridor. Commissary, no, that links the wrong way. Corridor. Nook. I think let's do the nook. This will give us a key. So rook in the nook. All right. And then here, there we go. West Wing Hall. It's probably best. Yeah, West Wing Hall. And then we'll construct a dead end room to fill this out. Yeah, I already did you. There we go. Okay. Requires a gem, but let's go ahead and do the greenhouse. More likely to draw green rooms while drafting. Okay, so we've got something here. I have no idea what this is. Whatever it is, it's not active. I can't do anything with it. Got a hammer. Heavy sledgehammer can shatter padlocks on locked trunks. But I haven't found any locked trunks. So trees found inside will never shade. The gems that shine in night and rain. The clue you hold cannot be paid. With gems nor coins, so toss away. These sheets you find a worthy trade. Huh. So that's sheet number 5. And this, again, this feels like it's something, but whatever it is, I can't do anything with it right now. Yeah, we got a sledgehammer, but that is it. Alright. Forward we go. Okay. Corridor or patio? Spread in each green room or do the corridor? I think let's do the corridor. There we go. All right. A boudoir, a dark room. Cannot see floor plans while drafting in this room. Really? Oh shit. Okay, commissary. Let's do the dark room because that at least gives us more options. Okay. Cannot see the floor plans while drafting in here. And it looks like these doors may be locked as well. At least they've got keyholes. Okay, let's go ahead and do this one. Ooh, shit. Okay. I don't want to... Oh, you can't go back out. Shit. Once you've drawn floor plans, you must select one to draft. Damn it. Because I'm worried we're going to lock ourselves out of here. Or end up with a dead end. Okay, let's just do this one then. Yep. We just locked ourselves out of this space. Cannot use this space now. This is the bunk room. This room counts as 2 bedrooms. Today is a good day because Simon is at camp and he is not as much fun as my friends. I will not have to share my toys, and I will not have to share my room, and I will not have to share my snacks. Having a younger brother is not as much fun as they told me it would be, but today will be a good day because he is at camp. Herbie is mean and really stupid, and today is a good day because I threw away his airplane. I also had more fun at camp than he has had in his entire life. So, Simon is named after his grandfather. Yeah, our main character is Simon. He's named after his grandfather. I was thinking this was Simon and his older brother. But Herbie, I imagine, is the great uncle whose house this was. Okay. Today's a good day because I got my brother in trouble for reading my private journal without my permission and writing mean things in it too. He also threw my model airplane in the bushes outside, but I got it back, and if he does it again, he will not get to go to the park on Friday, and I will make sure he gets no presents for his birthday. I don't need any presents because I have my brother's book because he won't stop writing about me, and today is a good day because I know he cries when he can't find his book, even though he is older. He is a crybaby. Today is a good day because today my brother returns from college and I get to finally return to him the book I took from him a long, long time ago. Hopefully you find it as hilarious as I do. I honestly have no idea how we survived sharing a room. All things being said, I wouldn't have it any other way. I still would rather have had a sister. Congrats on the diploma and welcome home, Simon. All right. So yeah, this was their childhood bedroom. You get a couple gems. Yeah, one was on the lower bunk, one on the upper bunk. Camp Colonel. And of course, they had an Atari in their bedroom. The Turtles of Vera. All right. There's a little hamster in here. I hope somebody's remembering to feed this thing. But I don't think there's much else here. This is just a dead-end room. And I'm so annoyed to be locked out of that. Okay. Well, this could be the end then. The door is locked. Let's use a key. All right, gem requirements or this one. Let's do this one. Requires a gem. There we go. Okay, we get to continue forward. The aquarium is every color of room. Interesting. Nice little thing here. All right. Well then. Let us continue. Yeah, interesting decorations in here. Let's continue this way. This door is locked. I only have the one key. Alright. Courtyard, no. Security, no. Gymnasium. Oh, no matter what I do, I'm going to end up locked out of a room here. Locked out of a door. Alright, let's do security. Hello. So what's going on in here? So there's tapes. Security. A lot of different rooms we have yet to actually visit. Yes, that is you. A little bit of a delay on the camera, though. Okay, blue memos, true. Red memos are lies. Okay, I'm going to write that down. Blue equals true. Red equals false. Interesting. Unless written by hand. It says just barely there. Unless by hand. There we go. All right. Interesting. So you have different rooms here. So yeah, this door is blocked off. We can't go anywhere there because that damn bunk room. Okay, different camera tapes. Okay. So, until further notice, the antechamber has been unlocked and access levers are no longer required to grant entry. So, access levers are required for the antechamber because these are false unless written by hand. Okay. Keycard access security doors are more likely to appear in the higher ranks of the estate. Likewise, as a redundant security measure, normal doors in the estate will also be more likely to be locked as you progress north. Alright. Staff notice, effective the first week of December, payroll for all live-out and seasonal staff will be managed electronically. As your attendance will no longer be registered at morning roll call, it is doubly important that you do not fail to clock in and out at one of the electronic computer terminals on the estate. 2 of these terminals can be found at security, where the punch clock used to be, and in the laboratory. Any questions or concerns regarding this process should be directed, as always, to our house manager, Mrs. Babbage. Terminal password. It's scribbled out, but it looks like it might be S. Yeah, it might start with S. All right. So where did the time clock used to be? The punch clock. Said it was in security, but I'm not seeing like where it could be. So we've got the night here in security. I still feel like these things are too purposeful not to be intentional. Okay, so that door is locked. Can only be unlocked from the other side. Or no, it requires a key that I don't have. Shit. I don't have any more keys. Okay, this one at least lets me do stuff. Okay, leads to a room or of a color of your choice for the secret passage. Interesting. Conference room. Whenever items would be spread throughout the house, they are placed in this room instead. Boudoir. Let's do the conference room. Wait a second. Wasn't the... Yeah, view inventory of all items currently in the house. How come I didn't see that? Oh, is that what this is for? Welcome to Mount Holly Security. Press enter. Okay, view estate inventory. Following is a detailed list of items currently in the house that have yet to be collected. This list will be updated as new rooms are added. So 1 key. Okay. Keycard system. Security doors are doors within the estate, can only be unlocked with an electronic keycard. The keycard system is currently offline. Okay, keycard system settings. Security level medium. Offline mode locked. Change offline mode to unlocked. There we go. Set security level to low. There we go. And keep it all unlocked. Actually, no, since I have it unlocked, let's set it to high. There we go. All right, return to security menu. Okay, log into network. Oh, I need the password. I don't have the password. All right. I love how you navigate that with the keyboard. Kind of sucks I lost out on a couple steps doing that, going back for that. But it is what it is. All right, safe code 9083. I don't think that's correct, because this is not a handwritten red memo. Only the handwritten ones are true. Reminder, after meeting adjourns, take all conference notes and place them in the office safe. Which we don't have yet. Spreading items. Some special rooms allow you to spread items throughout your house. When items are spread, they are immediately placed in several of the rooms currently on your estate. However, if you have a conference room, spread items are gathered in that room instead. So there should be a key. Maybe? There should be a key somewhere in the house. in one of the rooms we've unlocked. I just don't know where. Because I swear we've gotten all the keys. Maybe in the dark room? I have no idea. But yeah, it said that there was a key in the house somewhere. I don't know. All right. Well, let's go forward. So, bedroom, billiard room, or veranda. I think let's do the veranda. There we go. So we can see the outside here. I don't have the shovel. I need the shovel for this room. However, I have the sledgehammer, so I can open this up. Where we get... There we go. Some coins, gems, and a key. Alright. Let's go ahead and use that door then. We've made it to rank 9. Less likely to find items laying around in your house. A package will be delivered here the day after drafting this room. Or walk-in closet with 4 rooms. I think we'll do the maid's chamber. Alright, so less likely to find things now. The day we all dreaded has finally arrived. It is with unprecedented sadness that we inform you of the death of our benefactor, employer, and master, the Baron of Mount Holly, H.S. Sinclair. Any staff who have an interest in attending services may contact Mrs. Babbage for details. In following the instructions left by the Baron himself, effective immediately, all work at Mount Holly is suspended. All live-in staff will have 1 month paid leave and must vacate the premise by Friday, November 6th. All right. Nothing else here. Locked, and I don't have a key. Oh, this is probably the where is it? The nook here is, yeah, that's the, no, not that. That's not the key I missed. The parlor. That's the key I missed. All right, so here's the staff. So that would be the maid. I'm assuming that's Mrs. Babbage. There's another maid, it looks like. Could be the cook or the chef. I don't know. Probably the driver, the chauffeur. No, that's probably the chauffeur. Maybe the mailman? I have no idea. I don't know who any of these people are. Mila. Huh. Alright, I don't think there's anything else here. So that is now a dead end. We gotta go back to the conference room. And hope that that other door is unlocked. I am running out of steps. Nope, that's locked, so we're fucked. We've explored all we can. Alright. Oh, that is annoying. Because I don't think there's anything else we can do right now. There's a key somewhere. But it's in a room I have not found. And it just had to be locked. Alright. Let us call it a day. Well, no, not quite yet. Let's see if we can't go back. So we got the dark room here. Oh, I turned off the dark room from the breaker, didn't I? Did I turn off the dark room from the breaker box? I'm not sure. Okay, where is... Okay, going to the nook, spare room, dining room. After rank H has been reached. Okay. So nook, spare room, dining room, which thankfully will let us explore a little bit further. There we go. Porterhouse steak. Plus an additional 10 if you have a showroom. I don't have the showroom, but Let's go ahead and have dinner. There we go. So that gave us 20. And from here... Okay, let's go back to the breaker box. Breaker box is up around here. Pantry. Breaker box. So yeah, dark room's turned off. Let's turn that back on. There we go. I wonder if that will reset. And we'll have to draft this room again. Okay, I could go into the parlor, but I don't think there's a point right now. We could go up to the kitchen too for food, so let's do it anyways. So yeah, this is annoying. So this was telling the truth, which meant this one was also telling the truth. That makes no sense, though. The gems are not in this box, so that was telling the truth. The gems are not in the white box, so this one was also telling the truth. But because one has to be lying, that would have had to have been this one. Oh, which says the gems are in this box, so yes, that was lying. Damn it! So that means that they were in the blue box. And you can only open the one. Yeah, you can only open the one. Because you can't get this key back out. Which is bullshit, but whatever. Alright, kitchen. Alright, club sandwich gives us 15. Plus 5 for every green room. Hold up. How many green rooms do I have? I only have 2, so that's plus 10. So buying that plus a banana. Oh, I can't do the club sandwich. Okay. So I got to do this then. Plus the banana. And that's the best I can do for now. Alright, nothing else in here. We got the observatory. Yeah, plus 1 each star for each time you've drafted the observatory. Okay, so go back. So yeah, the chapel can't take away any coins you don't have. Alright, so let's go back to the dark room now. Okay, is it through here? Yes. Just checking my map real quick. Alright, so the dark room is lit again. Is there anything I can see or read in here? We've got photos. Print notes. HS has requested yet another print of her ladyship, I assume for one of her rooms in the West Wing, as well as a large print of the enclosed photograph. He said the last development was too dark to keep an eye on that. Okay, so whatever that is important, I'm pretty sure. Or maybe that. Maybe that would let us see what the combination is. Okay, so we got a gem. Alright, so there's her ladyship. There's the maids. So that one is clearer. A little bit zoomed in. Different expressions on their faces, too. Huh. So again, same thing. Okay, picture of the camera. Just drawings. So there's a little bit clearer, but still not very clear. Alright, I'm not seeing much else here. Oh, if only I could see what that said. Nope, not quite. That's too cropped in. It's cropped in on the wrong thing. Alright, I don't think there's much here I can actually interact with. It's an egg timer. Alright, that is it, I think. I don't think there's anything else here. So yes, this counts as 2 bedrooms. Unfortunately, I don't have anything that doubles that, so I just wasted 2 steps going in and out of there. Alright, let's go back to the entrance then. Because I got something I want to try out on the grounds. I want to try that orchard. See whether or not the 1213 will work. Take a look at our campsite here in a second. So we've got this, which is closed. I have no idea what this is, what it does. Oh yeah, that's not going to do anything. Where was... Ah, orchard back here. Oh, that tree's gone now. Okay. Nope, other way. 1. So, whoops. 12. 13. No. Okay. Nope, of course not. I didn't think that was going to work. Okay, so 9. The only other code I have right now, and I don't think it's going to work because this was the fake code for the safe, is 9083. No. Alright, so neither of those are correct. To get me whatever it is that's in here. Alright. Well... Yeah, the campsite. Okay, let's take a look at our rooms here, because we did find a lot more. Closet we already looked at. Storeroom, a dedicated storage space filled from end to end with a surplus of chairs, carpets, paintings, and a handful of other things that had at one time been in vogue and on display elsewhere in the house. Yeah, den, more traditional family room, warm and inviting, so comfortable one might assume that the countless clocks surrounding the sofas are placed in a futile attempt to avoid inevitably wasting the entire day here. A short staircase leads down to this below-ground cellar, revealing an impressive collection of bottles from every respectable vintage of the last 200 years. To the seasoned wine aficionado, the labels displayed here would indicate a preference for prioritizing extravagance and rarity over quality. Well-stocked pantry is always the truest test of a large estate, and keeping Mr. Hawley's wide gamut of ingredients and supplies stocked has always been one of the primary priorities of the house staff. One benefit of the restoration of old buildings is that it allows the owners to update and add modern amenities. The utility closet and circuit breaker box within were set up when gas-powered lighting was retired and replaced by a more fashionable home electrical system. A control room with the state-of-the-art surveillance equipment, inventory system, and access controlled via an electronic computer terminal. This room is where the estate's patrol guards kick up their feet and thank their stars they are living in a modern era. An intimate and warm room with a large dining table boasting a serving tray with a silver dome cover. Dinner is served here each evening. Housing an impressively large telescope, Mount Hawley's observatory is a window to the world above and beyond the clouds and sky. Through its mirrored lens, and even a novice stargazer will be able to distinctly appreciate the wonder, signs, and constellations that punctuate every tapestry of night. In his latter years, H.S. Sinclair had become withdrawn from public life and conducted all business from the comfort and privacy of home. This included the occasional board meetings which were held in the professional setting of this room. All right. In addition to having a bouquet of colorful fish swimming within them, each tank in the aquarium is also inspired by the decor and colors of the various types of room throughout the estate, including 1 or 2 red herrings. So this counts as like every type of room. Bedrooms, we only found the bunk room. The rustic wooden stack bunk beds evoke the enticing promise of campfire stories and childhood adventures. This bedroom served as pillow fort and bedroom to the young Sinclair boys and has remained faithfully unchanged over the years. Okay, same hallways, green rooms. We have the veranda. This relaxing breezeway serves as an ideal spot for rocking chairs and lemonade. I wonder what would happen if you crafted that on an interior space. This room is always warm as its glass walls and roof help to retain the sun's rays. The gardener, however, should be scolded for the soil here is dry and the flower beds are devoid of all signs of life. Okay, red rooms. A room one might go to great lengths to avoid showing guests despite them always probing for its location. A typical example of the accommodations for the live-in staff of the estate, it appears this particular bedroom belonged to one of the maids. A room dedicated to photo processing, development, and printmaking, this room is outfitted with safe lights which provide red illumination to which the photographic material is insensitive. However, due to a faulty installation, the safe lights often overload their circuit capacity and blow a fuse. Alright. Well then, let's go ahead and call it a day because there's not much else we can do. There is supposedly a key in the room, in the house somewhere. But I have no idea where. Because the only one that would still have a key is the nook, the storeroom, which I swear I picked up both of those, the closet, which I know I picked up, and that is it. So there, maybe it was hidden in the veranda, in the dirt, and I couldn't dig it up because I didn't have the shovel. So let's go ahead and call it a day. That's the end of day 2.